Yeah, there you go.
I hate to tell everyone this, but this is Dr. J. Arjun and Jake swimming live from various places. Long Island, Austin, Texas, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Problem is we've been chatting amongst ourselves for like 10 minutes until we realized that we didn't go live. We were relaying to each other what we did so far and what strategies we might take going forward. That's where we are, so we're going to have to repeat ourselves, but Arjun's going to have to hop off for a business call. So I'll fill everyone in on Arjun's strategy, which so far has been to sell his call options, keep his shares, and look for better things ahead with news from Japan and Europe and maybe possible partner in Q1 for PNH, right? That's where we're at?
That's exactly right.
Okay, so you can hop off. I don't want to keep you from work.
All right.
Okay.
See you. Good luck, everyone. Peace.
And good luck with Pittsburgh. All right, so now it's Dr. J, who never has to worry about work except when I'm teaching online. And Jake, who's becoming a big wheel businessman. How's the business coming?
Business is good. Super busy. Super busy. Next week I'm traveling, so I'm back to my traveling self again. I feel good. You know, there's a shift. I've been at home for way too long, but I'm gonna go to a volcano next week for an entire week.
That's good.
Yeah, just maybe celebrate.
You always mix work with pleasure. You always do your work wherever you go, right?
Yeah, always, wherever I go. Yeah. I mean, so my deal with BCRX, I mean, putting it out there again, I took almost half off the table at like between 6 and 620. I think that, I tested negative. I already had COVID. I was saying that I couldn't find a good example of a company that, went get data approval to commercialization without taking a dip in between PDUFA and commercialization. So that's the reason. However, I think long-term BCRX is a fantastic choice, especially after the gift guidance, right? I mean, after a month or two of revenue, I think it's going to fly.
Okay, so not that it matters, but I'll tell everyone what I told you, what I did. I took just a little bit off the table at the close of business on Thursday at 5:11, but very little because I was expecting to close the day at around 6. Had that happened, I would have taken 25% off the table. That's what I said I was going to do on Wednesday when Professor Spike was on with me. So I didn't do exactly what I said, but I took just a little sliver off the table. And then this morning, I didn't get up early enough, despite my wife waking me at 7:15. I didn't get her up early enough to sell in the 6s, so I sold in the 590s and another batch in the 570s. So I did okay. I sold half, not the whole thing. Professor Spike.
Yeah, there's a trick here to BCRX.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey, Professor Spike.
We're celebrating. I want to give out party hats. I couldn't find any.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
You have any party hats, kiddo? Can I have a party hat? Can you find me like a party hat? Find me a party hat. Go ahead. Make one.
Well, how are we doing? I haven't looked.
Now, Jake, it's too early for the wine or it's the champagne, so we have to.
Yeah, I only drink after 5.
No, it's too early for that.
Yeah.
So we can't.
Are you guys happy that it's around 6?
We can't celebrate the approval with alcohol, so we'll have to celebrate it in other ways.
Yeah. The trick to BCRX is the Germany market, right? So it almost behave exactly the same. So if you wake up early enough or like you stay up late enough, you kind of have a glimpse to what's going to happen the next day. So I think German market ended like it was up 14, 15%, something like that. So I think, I mean, the U.S. market looks like it's more elastic or a little bit more volatile, right? But it probably end around 14, 15% up, I think.
I think there's some differences of opinion regarding whether or not there'll be an offering or not. I need something to go on my head, the party hat. All right, go get some scissors and cut me out one.
Yeah, I thought I had one in here. Like I said, no.
All right, so I don't know how good this party hat's going to be because Grandmaster there, I've been teaching him chess. I don't know how good his arts and crafts skills are. Terrible, he tells me. That's encouraging.
Yeah.
Confucia needs a party hat. Mustafa will get me a party hat. All right. So I've been teaching the grandkid play chess. He's becoming amazing. I mean, he's 7 years old, soaking it up. He knows the King's Gambit as well as I do, I think. I'm going to shut the door because there's extraneous noise.
Your quart of Johnny Walker Red, Professor Spike?
You know, I know everybody else's average is closer to 3 than 5, like mine is. I'm extremely happy, but I'd sort of like I want to hold the Johnny Walker Black or the Johnny Walker Blue for maybe the next pop.
Well, actually, I thought mine was in the 3s, but it was in the 3s, but barely. I computed it; it was just under 4. So I didn't do phenomenal either. I mean, nobody's done phenomenal.
Do you plan to cash in, or are you holding on? Dr. J, are you planning on cashing in?
I sold exactly half. So remember on Wednesday I said I was going to sell 25% after the close on Thursday, depending on the price. If it was $6, I would sell 25%. But I wound up selling just a little bit at 5.11. And then I sold in the morning, this morning, pre-market, in the 590s, 570s. I saw a total of half. Now I'm letting the other half ride, or I could come and add shares, even whatever. I have cash.
Yeah.
Right.
Cash is king, right? It gives you a lot of flexibility.
Too.
Yep. So I mean, everyone's talking about the offering. I don't think they're going to do offering this month. If I was them, I would do it in January or February after all the catalysts. But there is an overhang, and the market knows that. So that's probably what's hampering the price a little bit.
Yeah. Do you think that's more likely than a buyout, Jay?
Kat, I think you did a wise thing because it could easily I think it's 50-50 in terms of price movement right now, whether it goes up or down.
Yeah, it could. I mean, it could be an uptrend up, because
it could.
Catalyst. But a buyout, I mean, you can never predict a buyout, right? I mean,
right.
Yeah.
No, I know. We know something's going to happen. The question is, it's sort of like playing craps. Is it going to be? Are you going to hit your point, or are you going to get a 7? What's going to happen first?
Yeah. No,
because in a way, if they get more cash, and if they do an offering, as much as we like the company and we think it's good fundamentally, we're going to lose money. So in a way, that's like rolling a 7. After having a point.
I mean, if they do an offering, I'm jumping back in full position.
Jiggly, I don't even have a way of contacting you. Why don't you send me an email to one of my email addresses so I have your email information at least? You're one of our best followers. I want to be able to contact you somehow.
Indeed. Yeah, that's true.
When we had the COVID and Jiggly lost his father and disappeared for a while, we were all worried about the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, some people that are watching the show strongly disagree about an offering. That's their opinion. You know, your opinion is we will have one. Others think your partner would come along in first quarter, and we won't need to dilute.
Yeah.
Right. So there's still plenty of upside for those people who.
Now, I would estimate there's 100 very loyal followers. Like on Wednesday, we had 92 live watching us live.
Oh, wow.
That was a good number. We get anywhere between 50 and 120. So I'd say 100 watching us consistently. Of that 100, I'd say 90% have a stake in BCRX.
Yeah, well.
So if you compute that,
we've been pushing it for a while.
If you compute,
despite the technicals. I mean, this is
well,
a technical show.
We don't give investment advice. Our opinion is strictly our own, and do not constitute investment advice.
We bloviate our opinion. We do not give investment advice.
No, in fact, I take investment advice from myself.
Right.
Because what I say on the show, I invariably do.
Do you?
Yeah.
I wish I did that. Sometimes I do the opposite, which is why I have so many VIX in my portfolio.
I feel almost obligated to do what I say on the show, because I'm thinking maybe some other foolish people might be listening to what I'm saying. So I do what I say I'm going to do, more or less.
Yeah. This might not be my specialty, but.
I guess the next one would be
Thank you.
Where's my cash go?
This is the party hat.
It's a big problem to have, Jake.
No, I'm thinking Arunia. I'm really liking Arunia again.
Because that really hasn't made its move yet.
All right, this is a good party. Is this a good party hat?
That's a party hat.
Other way. You gotta do it the other way.
The other
Grandpa,
way.
you're holding it wrong. You have it upside down.
It might be a little bit small.
A little small, yeah. Well, I could shrink my head a little.
Well, you just got to put it on the point of your head.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Close the door on your way out. Close the door on your way out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, come on. You're distracted from the important subject matter at hand. We have a very important subject matter called money. Money. And
the gravity of it is in display by the fact that he's wearing a crayon party hat.
The point I'm making, 100, how much do you think the average person is invested in BCRX?
In our
I
show?
have a number in mind.
I would say about at least 70%.
No, I'd say 90% to 100% have some stake in BCRX. Now, furthermore, I think the average stake might be, let's say, 20K. 100 times 20K is a lot of money.
Right.
That's about $2 million, and just on the show alone.
Losing money, yeah.
So you're saying that you have alone,
tied up in BCRX money.
Then tell everybody, don't sell.
No, I just tell everybody what I did. I sold half, and I'm not selling the other half. At least not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, I wrote some costs too.
Did you? You might as well, because people were saying that Japan news could come out right on the heels of this.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Paratech, the one with the antibiotic, is that the PRTK?
Not sure.
Linda had a request also. I think so did not Sherry. Somebody. Who else had a request? Clarence.
Let's find great PRTK down. All right, I'll do that. I just got to find a piece of paper.
She does have a request. PRVB is a diabetes drug, right? I believe so. So let's write some of these down.
Yeah.
PRVB, GHSI,
So we're gonna do this in alphabetical order: PRTK and then PRTV.
PRTK. What is Clarence? Clarence, what do you want? I gotta find it.
And Linda's pushing that GHSI again.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
You got to respect what Linda says.
Exactly. So, did you have an opinion on that, Jake?
Well, I mean,
Another one, Professor.
I've lost money here before, so I'm kind of been burned by this. I mean, got in the wrong time, obviously. So I don't know. Actually, I had to.
Linda actually wants to see the chart for AUPH, which I think is worth doing today. Definitely.
AHPI?
No, AUPH, Orenia.
Oh, AUPH, fine. I'm also in AHPI, which I'm making money on, so maybe that's worth looking at.
I think
the problem is we have a lot more strategy to discuss regarding BCRX.
Yeah, we do.
Well, yeah, we don't want to be.
In other words, what do I do with the money that I now have in my hands?
Such problems that people have. Such problems. My portfolio is tight as a clam's butthole. I have no room to do anything.
I happen to be in too much cash. So the market, the way it is right now, I'm in way too much cash. So by selling half my BCRX, I added to my cash problem.
Problems.
Yeah, we're gonna make some moves.
Sitting in cash does not make you money.
For me, it would be saving money if I put it in cash.
But it does.
That's another reason why I shoved it into the VIX, because then I know I won't spend it.
No, but
Linda liked that. Yes.
When you're sitting in cash, you have potential energy, right?
Yes.
Not kinetic energy, but potential energy.
Right. Exactly. But potential energy is still energy.
What about ATHX? Isn't it time to check out ATHX?
ATHX, I think maybe you came in a little too early, but it's okay.
ATHX, yeah. Well, there's still plenty of opportunity. I mean, we were all in at the 3s, and now it's at the 2s. Below 2.
Yeah. Let's get to the charts.
All right. Hey, and by the way, just for the record, I still think BCRX is gonna go to like 15 plus in 2021. I just think there's gonna be a dip in the interim.
I have the cash to go in even more than what I sold, so I'm in a good position.
Right. And just to be clear, I think the dip might not even happen this month. It might be in January. So.
Right.
Just on for the record, right?
I got you.
Yeah.
Right.
Linda wants ATHX also. Linda, you got a lot of requests today. You only allowed normal people only allowed one request, but
Linda rates. Linda's not normal people.
No, Linda's not normal people.
No, she rates.
She goes up to 3.
Right. That's the VIP level, Linda.
Yes, VIP.
Yeah, I missed out on too many of Linda's call, that's the issue.
And I stayed in Codex too long. I don't know if that was one of Linda's.
That was Lynn.
Oh, that was Lynn, okay.
Hey, by the way, guys, remember you remember a week ago or 2 weeks ago when I said puts on XPath?
Yes.
Right. My puts are almost like never wrong. Okay. Especially.
Did you make money on that?
No, well, no, very minimal, but still, I didn't lose my ass. Let's put it that way. Right. Yeah.
I did go up for a while after that, but then it collapsed.
Yeah. Well, okay. My puts, especially on foreign companies, are typically, or companies with foreign CEOs.
This is as high
Yeah,
as it got today.
I'm moving low because Jigglypuff's picture's more handsome than my face.
You know, this chart looks terrible. It looks like it put in a double top here today.
We have the same hair.
It did. They couldn't pass the 629 back in way back in May 10th. I don't like the fact that it couldn't take that. It got stopped at the resistance. I'm not happy with this chart. I want to see it go through 629 before I commit any more money. I think a dip could be imminent.
Yeah, and it's not going to be today. Like I was saying, look at German market. They ended around like 14 or 15. It's going to be basically the same.
I'm glad. I'm looking at the chart today. I'm happy that I sold what I sold, even though I could have.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff could happen over the weekend, so we're in a pretty vulnerable spot.
Well, yeah, the galley news could send it up. The Japanese and EU approvals, I think there'll be minimum impact.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be big impact.
This impact, but that one's based on galley, not based on the other stuff.
No, that's based on bero.
Oh, it's still based on bero. Okay.
So I mean, if this news only sent it up 15%, the other news is going to send it up more now. It'll send it up 5%.
Right, a point, a percentage point or so.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm happy I did what I did. I think the support should be the 200-day, which was the open 518. Well, am I on the weekly? I'm on the weekly. It's a whole different story.
Yeah, well, I'll be curious. What's the short interest today? So
we have a doji form. It's exactly trading it where it opened, and it's not green. It's not red. It's pretty much exact. And the 9-day looks like support. Yesterday's low of 474 should hold for a while. I hope. But I don't. Now that I sold half, I don't care that much because if it gets back to lower levels, I just buy. I feel I did the right thing selling half. Win, lose, or draw.
Yeah, I mean, look, not the price target we wanted for December, but it's okay. Profits.
Yeah.
You're right. You can't cry when you're in the green.
Mm-hmm. And I guess if you have a 3 or 4 average, you still could have made a double.
I didn't make a double. I made 33%, which is okay.
Indeed, you do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I can see this level being tested. The bottom line that I just drew here, let's say 460. If it goes down that low, I will commit all my money back.
There you go.
That's my plan. So I have a plan. What's your plan, Jake?
Yeah, took half off. The other half, I mean, I don't like losing money from here. But I think December will be okay, right? There's 2 more catalysts. I mean, sometimes catalysts can actually drive down the price. Like the galley thing, I mean, like I'm not bullish on galley anymore. I was, but I think there's some shenanigans going on behind the scene. That's the issue. I think the drug itself is perfectly fine. But in terms of stock price, I think December will be okay, right? I mean, I don't think it's going to dip that much. Maybe you even uptrend for a bit. Do I think there's better play in December and January? Probably, but it's not a dangerous situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to predict from the chart, will it go down or will it go up? Right now, we're at a doji, which means the bulls and the bears are even. The tug of war is not going anywhere. It's they can't gain any ground, either the bulls or the bears. But there is a longer downward shadow than there is an upward shadow. So it's slightly more bullish than bearish. Slightly.
Yeah.
We're trading at is this the right chart? We're only at 586.
Yep. Oh well, no, we're a little bit higher than that. 589.
589. I don't think I have the right chart here. Something looks funny. Yeah, I guess so. Interval 1 day. I'm going to go to the 15-minute and see if we can see anything on the 15-minute. Well, we have that gap up. And what I missed was I didn't miss the top by much. Six and a quarter, right? So,
yeah, 620, 5.
No big deal. We certainly don't have a bullish looking picture for the rest of the day, though. So I don't see us getting a late surge to finish at new highs.
Right.
It looks to me like, you know.
It looks like it's a consolidation going on.
Yeah, it looks like this low probably will hold right here at about 584. That'll be my guess for the close, in fact. I think we close just about where we are. I imagine this is a high volume day.
Yeah. I say we close around basically the same as the German market.
What did they close?
Let's see. I'll tell you. Yeah, I mean, the German market is like, unless something fundamentally changed the next day, is basically like a great foreshadowing of like the price.
It looks very much like to me like we're in that for the rest of the day a trading range between $6 and 584 for the rest of the day.
Yeah, here. If I can I put a comment here? No, I can't put a comment. Oh wow. Huh. Well, you guys can Google it. Yeah.
Anywhere in between is a possible close between 6 and 584. I don't see it going higher or lower. I think we're just in this little trading range for the rest of the day.
Yeah, it closed at like it was up 13.5%. No.
13.5%. We're at 14.5% now, so it's consistent with my guess, because that's all it is that we close at 584 in the day. I think we laid out a few scenarios. Of course, the other strategies involve calls and puts. Wetware has got a strategy. I think he said he was short some calls to cover himself.
No, I would cover. I mean, you know.
Everyone has different ways of covering, hedging, and so on. You can use puts and calls. You can do a million things. And so we discussed a few scenarios. Jake usually uses calls. I usually don't.
Yeah. For Biocryst, the in the money call, sometimes there's like no premium at all, like zero. Yeah. So those are typically good. Some leverage, but they're $2 or $3.
Yeah. All right, so let's chart some of the requests.
Okay. You might as well do ATHX first then.
All right. At least it didn't totally fall apart.
Right. You were worried about all that internal fighting.
No, I was really worried. I was really
Are you still on
worried.
the 15-minute, or are you on the daily now?
I'm still on the 15. You see, I never know where I am. It's because I was up most of the night with anticipatory anxiety about where Biocryst was going to open.
Right.
All right, so we have a solid wall of support, don't we? Solid wall of support. How many tries does it have?
150 something, right?
It's had many tries, and I think it goes back even further if I make this chart smaller. But look at this. We got the same, another line, another support from 619, the line extends all the way from June. This is the bottom, if this bottom is taken out, it's look out below.
Right.
So this is very, very key. That's why I was sweating bullets when it dipped a little bit below for 10 seconds back here a couple of weeks ago on 11/24. I was sweating. I was getting ready to sell some of my shares. I had my one finger on the sell button, and then when it pulled up a little bit, one finger on the buy button. So it's very iffy, precarious situation. It looks like we're, for the moment, out of danger. But the chart is not a good chart. You want to at least take this number out. You want to take out 198. And then we can rock and roll. And after 198, we also need to take out 203. So we've got a ways to go before I feel the chart turns bullish. Right now, it's neutral. We have a neutral chart. Just test the lows, test the high of the trading range, low of the trading range, high of the trading range. And we have a lot of resistance up around $2 and tremendous support at $1.55. So we have a trading range, $1.55 to $2. We got to take it out. We got to take the $2 out. Then we can have a Linda type rally. Right, Linda? We take out the $2, we have a Linda type rally. All the way up to this key level, 232. We take out 203, I think we test 232. So, you know, the main thing is to get out of this range which we've been in for a long time.
Right.
So you got to get out of that to the upside.
I mean, isn't there hope that this eventually going to be a $9 stock?
What's that?
I said, isn't there hope that this is eventually going to be a $9 stock, at least,
Or
or $10?
How about let's round it off to $10 stock.
Fine.
Right. I mean, timeline is what, Q1, right?
Q1, actually, the end of December, the last patient will be dosed. 3 months later, they start analyzing the data. And you know that's a process too, right?
Yeah.
So sometime in quarter two.
We've learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Sometime in quarter two, hopefully, we get the data.
I'll hold off until Q1. I mean, I have a small position, but too long for me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This company moves slow. Furthermore, you have the infighting between Hardy and Gill. Now that could be good.
I like
What's your opinion on this infighting stuff? Because Jake is good at sniffing out what's going on better than me.
I kind of like that. I kind of like the infighting. I mean,
you like infighting?
Yeah, I mean, the highest level, there's something to fight about, right? So that's
Right.
yeah.
That's what I was saying. Could also shake out some bad blood.
Yeah.
Well,
As Clemens has said in that movie.
The thing that I don't like is their only partner, their very key partner in Japan, is Helios KK, and it's their largest stockholder. They own 8.3%, and that's where the fighting is going on with you. You're fighting with your biggest partner. I just don't like that in general. If it was outside, if it was what's his name, one of those corporate raiders sitting on my board causing a stir, that's another story. I just don't like the fighting. It's kind of vicious.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me. I mean, the only thing is about the data. Yeah, I can fight in the meantime. I'll come in around Q1.
Well,
you're probably getting a nice bargain price, Jake.
Some people think Hardy is creating a stir, trying to knock the price down so the Helios could buy cheaper shares and eventually take it over. You could read all kinds of stuff into what's going on, but I just take it at face value, not being a good thing.
Maybe.
All right.
All right, Arenia should be next.
Yep.
AUPH?
That's correct.
Yeah, my biggest win ever, Arunia. The cleanest of the wins. You know, it's one of those wins where it's like, you know, in a couple of minutes you sell out, right? It just, there's no like, oh, well, it's gonna keep going up, or is there gonna be an uptrend or whatever? Like, you know, right away, like you're done. Yeah.
Okay, this is the
this was the one that you called the volatility play, and that certainly bore itself out.
Yeah,
more than an investment play, because I got in at 15, and if I'm lucky, I get out at 15.
Well, it's 15 already. 15.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I've been you know, if I was somebody who played puts and calls, I could have made a lot on this one too.
Well, I got in at 15 also, but then I bought lower. I always buy again. I never buy once. Up or down. That's where I generally don't take a large position.
You're a nibbler. You're a nibbler.
Yes. I didn't want that line. Oh well.
Yeah, it's pretty optimistic.
I just wanted to do a parallel line here to show you, but I mean, the uptrend is clear. The resistance is clear. The 200 days of resistance. We're at resistance. We have to break.
Is there any fundamental reason to still be in this guy?
Arunia?
Jake is a fundamental guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think fundamentally this is, from a buyout perspective, one of the strongest. For science, the science is fantastic. That's why I went 300% on phase 3 data. Once again, the CEO, or the previous CEO and founder of the company, chairman of the board, he always was a fan of selling the company. I mean, his last company he sold, that was a 6x on the buyout. Even when we were during phase 2, the plan was to always sell the company. So I don't think they're going to commercial. There's just no way. And yeah, I mean, previous success with the chairman for merger and acquisition. So I think this is like a Q3, well, like the Q1 or Q2 buyout. Like I'll only say that about Arunia. Anything else in terms of buyout, I just don't know. But I'll be shocked if it makes it past June without getting an offer.
The chart looks very good to me. 1426 looks like looks like support, and it looks like it really wants to close this gap at 1550. Takes out 1560, and we're off to the races. The chart looks very good. I mean, we've been in a strong uptrend since like $12.83. So we've been in a strong uptrend for a couple of months now, about a month.
I mean, I'll probably say go in like now because PDUFA is January 22nd. I don't know when the buyout is going to happen, but I think there's going to be an uptrend in January to PDUFA. Like look at the CEO. He's probably the most balanced biotech CEO, like without a doubt. He made a ton of money in his last company, retired, had a personal thing for lupus nephritis, came back, did Arunia. He didn't have to. And he won Biotech CEO of the Year, I think, in 2018. And the guy's a monster. He's a really kind guy, too.
What's his name?
Richard Glickman, not the current CEO, Pete. Richard Glickman is the chairman. I mean, he is amazing. Yeah.
Hold on.
What you got?
He had important business. So you still are you still,
I'm gonna have
still
to,
in this, right?
I'm gonna have to cut the show short because I am a guest in my daughter's house and she has an important conference that needs me to be off Wi-Fi. So okay. I'm telling you guys, Arenia is one I'm adding to. I like it a lot. Jake likes it a lot. And sorry we didn't have time to do the others, but circumstances.
Well, I have the list for Wednesday.
All right, so we'll continue this on Wednesday, and I feel quite good about the FDA approval on BCRX. See you all on Wednesday.
See you.
All right.
Yeah, later.
Bye, Linda. Linda, you got to follow me so I can send you a direct message on StockTwit.